everybody. Thank you, Linda, for having me. I'm very honored and happy to be here, and I'm going to start this now. Here it is. Share. All righty. So Leadership Global, the fabulous organization that I belong to, we're going to scale your business with an unforgettable brand. And it's led by Patricia Brooks, of course. And what is an unforgettable brand? As Linda said, it doesn't matter whether or not you're going to do this yourself or you hire somebody to do your brand for you. It's good to understand what the elements are that are important and what the quality levels are in a brand, because the quality level really talks to your target market. And we're going to talk about that a lot today. Or I'm going to repeat myself a lot, I should say. Let's identify the essential elements that drive your ideal client to take action. Let's take a look at what the elements are of a strong brand. So visual branding. First, you have to figure out your innovative differentiation. And what companies usually do that are branding companies is that we look at your market, your competitors, and your target market. So we identify what sets your company apart from competitors. We identify what level of branding your target market and ideal client has, then create a brand that is more compelling and at a much higher quality level. Highlight these unique qualities through thoughtful branding and marketing. We need an emotional connection. You craft a visual brand logo and color scheme that resonates with your audience's values and emotions, establishing a sense of trust and loyalty. So there's different emotional connections to color. I'm sure everybody knows that. And so different colors for corporate, other colors for retail, different colors for manufacturing. And I'm going to show you what those are as we go through. Clear, engaging quality statement. This is really important, and I find a lot of people when I look at their website or I see their logo that they don't have a qualifying statement. Your brand should clearly state in a few words the unique benefits your brand offers, making it easy for clients to see how you solve their problems or fulfill their desires. A statement that entices them to want to know more and creates an experience. Consistent messaging. Maintain a cohesive voice and a visual identity across all platforms, ensuring your brand is instantly recognizable and memorable. Consistency. Develop a distinctive visual identity that includes logos, color schemes, and typography, ensuring it remains consistent across all platforms and materials. So here we have an idea of that, where we have 3 different logos here that have the Nature Lac. This is the product that the company sells. Naturally superior glazes and lacs is the qualifying statement. Spa Sedona, your spirit restored, and you by design, you beautiful. Nothing is really specific. So if you decide that in the spa, the client decides, oh, they want to start doing, Botox and medical services, they can add that because it's not specific. But we'll go through that a little later. Quality levels of brands. This is extremely important. And I'm going to show you the different quality levels, starting with kind of, I don't like to say the lowest, but the one that has the least effectiveness first, and then we'll go to the highest level. And what's really important is a lot of people think they have to have a stronger brand than their competitors, and that's true, but they really need to have a stronger brand than their target market, because the target market is going to look at you and they're going to figure out what level of expertise you have. And if you don't look better than them, why would they want to hire you? That's how you really get business to grow, business revenues to come in, and you get to work with larger companies. So here are the quality levels of brands. And so the first one is stock logos. And here's an idea or an example of stock logos, symbols that don't necessarily really speak to your company, what you're doing. However, they're widely used. And so I'm just going to read this. Stock logos are the simplest form of attaining a logo. While they can be clean and versatile, they often lack the depth and personality that more complex visuals can provide. They are also widely used, and you run the risk of using another brand's well-known logo for your own. As a brand's foundational element, stock logos can serve a purpose, but they may not capture the audience's attention or convey the strong brand identity that is needed. So the next one, the higher level of stock is stock photography. So stock photography offers a wide range of images that can be used for various marketing purposes. While they can add visual appeal, the challenge lies in their generic nature. Many brands use the same stock images, which can dilute a brand's uniqueness and make it less memorable. Stock photography can be compelling when selected carefully, but it often lacks the authenticity that your audience craves. Well, here's the secret of getting around that. Don't buy the first picture you see, or the first 10 or the first 20 or the first 30 pictures that say, oh, that really looks good for my website. That really looks good for my logo. Search and search and search until you find something that's really compelling and that positions you. So this wheel here, what I did, and I'm going to talk about this more when I show you the different market segments and their brands. So in Telemeter, I positioned them with other innovative people, which were, the people that invented the wheel. And this is quite an expensive stock picture. And I got it from Getty Images, which is a very high level photography. And it's actually the real thing. So those are the kind of things. So you can get a higher level if you don't go into the first or second picture and pick that. What you can do on iStock is you can get a board. Like my board for today was Leadership Global Workshop. And then I just put pictures in there that I wanted to use, like this one and some of the others that you've seen. So the third and one of the best that really positions you as an expert in your field, and also, having money, which is a good thing, is custom photography. So this is Smith & Anderson, and it's a picture of their building with their logo on it. And that's the first thing you see on their website page. So custom photography elevates a brand's visual storytelling by using tailored images that reflect its unique values and products and culture. This approach enhances emotional engagement, allowing brands to connect more deeply with their audience. Custom photography is compelling because it showcases the brand in an authentic light, making it more relatable and memorable while ensuring that the visual resonate with the target demographic. It's very impressive. It's extremely impressive. Now, if you don't have a building with your name on it, which probably none of us have, I've never had that, you can have pictures of you at your desk with something in your hand that has your name on it, or signage, things like that. That is something that whoever you hire to do your brand would figure out what you need. And okay, so the highest level, and of course I didn't use like a really sophisticated picture here because I thought this was quite cute, and I can get a little too corporate and I have to relax a little bit. But is illustration. Illustration is the highest form because it's something that nobody has. It's something that comes out of the creative director's head, and no one has it because it's illustrated. It's not bought, and it can't be used by anyone else. So illustration is a powerful tool for brands that want to convey creativity and personality. Custom illustrations can tell a story and evoke emotions in ways that stock images and even custom photography may not. They allow for greater flexibility in style and can be tailored to perfectly match the brand's voice and message. This unique quality makes illustrations highly compelling as they create a memorable identity that stands out in a crowded marketplace. The other part of this is it is the most expensive way to do a logo. By understanding these different quality levels, you can make an informed decision about your visual strategy, ultimately leading to a more compelling and unforgettable brand experience. So when you've hired somebody or you're doing it yourself, you know what to look for. You know what level that your business needs to be at so that you can succeed, grow your revenues, and really make an impact on your target market. So, quality levels of fonts for their logos. I'm going to go through this quickly. Basic fonts, Arials and Times Roman. Accessibility, widely available and easy to read across various platforms. Simplicity, offers a clean and straightforward look, making it suitable for minimalistic designs. It's cost effective, typically free or included in standard software packages. Well, you never want that. You don't want something that's free. That's something that's used all the time, and that's something that's flooded the market. You always want to pick a font that is different. I use Arial for proposals and letters and things like that. And Times Roman, I haven't used that like ever. Standard fonts, Helvetica and Georgia, so standard fonts, and there is a place I can actually figure that out where you can go. It's called Fonts or something like that, and it brings up all of these fonts, and you can see what you will emotionally connect with. And so, because there's lots more than the ones that we're just showing here. So versatility. Works well in multiple contexts, from web to print, enhancing brand consistency. Professional appeal, provides a polished and credible look that can enhance brand perception. Legibility, maintains clarity even at smaller sizes, ensuring brand visibility. So Helvetica and Georgia are good ones to use. Handwritten scripts, these are my favorite. They have personal touch, conveys a sense of warmth and approachability, making the brand feel more relatable. Creativity adds an artistic flair that can enhance the brand's personality, especially for creative industries. Emotional engagement can evoke nostalgia or a sense of craftsmanship, appealing to customers on a deeper level. So there's brush script. Again, there's all kinds of different scripts. The one that's really popular now is the jaggedy one that's very, very thin. I personally have a problem with that because I find two things. It's very difficult to read. And the other point I want to make about that is that everybody's using it. So if everybody's using it, use something different. Don't go to someone and get something trendy because trends wear out. They go, and then you have to pay another $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 for your logo. So here's examples of fonts and script put together. And then this is an example of the handwritten script fonts that creates a whole logo or brand. And again, it's quite nostalgic, isn't it? It's very nostalgic. And you kind of get emotional. I want to go to that ice cream shop. So 4, geometric or modern fonts. They have a contemporary look, aligns with modern design trends, appealing to younger trend-focused audiences. Clean lines, provides a sleek and professional appearance, ideal for tech and innovation-driven brands. Clarity and impact, often highly legible and impactful, making a strong impression on viewers. This is the kind of a font, the Futura and the modern fonts, that really speak to very large companies, especially tech companies or architects, anybody like that. And using the right font for a logo is crucial for establishing a brand's identity and communicating its values effectively. By understanding the quality levels of fonts, brands can choose the right typeface that not only enhances their visual appeal, but also resonates with their target market. So I'm going to show you how everything works together here with brand transformations. To capture market share and drive revenue growth, your business must not only establish a more effective brand presence than your competitors, but more importantly, it must exceed the sophistication and brilliance of your target market customers. That's the big one. That is the goal of all brands. Okay. Here's manufacturing, and this is how we put together NatureLac. This is what they had. He came to me and he had everybody that was anybody in Canada, but he wanted to go into the United States and get a business from the US. It's also great when we have the US dollars coming into our companies. It's fabulous. So we named his product. We forgot about Temus, and Temus is up here in the corner. And we have NatureLac, Naturally Superior Customized Glaze. And then what we did, some sub-branding. So we have illustrated all of his target markets. So he has confectionery, agriculture, and also pharmaceutical. So we have a pill, but the problem with the pill is it's white. So you can't really see it unless you put it on something dark. And right now, he has broken into the US quite well, but his largest client is Hershey's in Pennsylvania. So all of you US people, don't go complaining to Hershey's now, please. But he has 80% of their glaze business. And the glazes go on to protect. It's a preservative. Makes shine. And so we can eat an apple now that was harvested in September, or an avocado. It keeps everything fresh and shiny. So what we use as this is why you have a great tagline, is we have naturally superior shine, and we talk to that. Naturally superior binding, and we talk to that. Naturally superior freshness. You see, and then you can talk to that throughout your social media, your website, and all of your other marketing efforts. So once you have this done, you have a plethora of items that you can work with. And this is an illustration again. So the next one is Intelemeter, which is how we pull together. And I did show you that earlier, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But they do have a meter business. And meters are the same all over. It's just meters. And companies wanted custom meters so that they can customize it to what their clients want. So they decided that this is a great look over here if you're an electrician selling to an electrician. But when you're an innovative metering solutions company that customizes, you need to have, and you're going to go global, you need a much stronger brand. So this is Intelemeter, and we also branded iMeter. And the evolution of ingenuity. I'm so creative that I didn't have that line there. And the president said to me, do you think you could do a qualifying statement for the picture so they don't think that we're the Flintstones? I went, oh, okay. So I put the evolution of ingenuity, because once that wheel was created, everything changed. And once you see the Intelemeter meters, everything's going to change for you. Retail. You by Design, this is what they had. They were called Lashes by Design. That's too specific. You cannot add other products. So as your company grows and you decide that you want to add microblading and you want to now sell lashes to everybody in Canada, this does not work. So that's why we went with the change of the name, You by Design. A very, very impacting, simple first page. People only look at your first page for a couple of seconds. It should not be busy. And then the beautiful logo and the tagline that we can use different words than beautiful all the way through. And then Spa Sedona. Again, illustration, another retail. Spa Sedona success. When they first started, when they first opened, there were 5 other spas in the area. And within a few years, only one has survived. And she also told me 3-4 years into using this that people call from all over the world. They email, they buy gift cards. And gift cards is a spa or any kind of company like this. It's their main bread and butter. And she said that people would phone her or email her and say, I picked your spa to buy my gift cards for my relatives in your area, people from all over the world, saying that because her website and her logo spoke to them and it was so beautiful and so far better than anybody else's they saw, that's why. So her revenue has really, really, really exploded. And then corporate, Smith and Anderson. Oops, sorry. I'm going to make myself dizzy here. So Smith and Anderson, I started with them. I think they were at about 20 million. They never really told me. And worked with them for many, many years. And now they're in Dubai. They were all over Canada. Now they're in Dubai. They're all over. They do fabulous work. They are electrical and consulting and engineers. They do everything that's behind the wall. And very, very large projects. And they are at $66 million. $66 million in sales now. And you say, well, how does that happen? Well, once you get to about 20 or $30 million in sales, you don't have to try as hard. You know, you can just go and buy companies that have the business that you want. And that's how Minix Worldwide did it. We got her to about 85 million, and then she just started buying businesses. So you sort of look at it and you say, why do I have to try so hard and have such a fabulous logo, and I have to have all the messaging, and I have to have everything perfect? Well, nobody really knows who you are. You're really trying to get into an upscale market as far as I'm concerned, because why would you not? And anyway, sorry, something popped up on my screen there. And so you get to 85 million and you can just buy companies. But when you're smaller, when you're, 1 million or 500,000, you really have to try a lot harder. All right, now, this is LM & Co. This is a really good example of actually stock illustration. So this logo was created with stock illustration. So it's 2 pictures. So we have the trees and we have the houses. They were different colors. We color corrected them, and we created something that's really sophisticated and elegant. And no one in real estate has this. And then, of course, she'll have her Remax logo or whatever company she's working with. And then I wanted to talk to you a little bit about economic development. It's quite a big buzzword now for a lot of coaches, and that everybody seems to be into economic development, especially the First Nations people. So when I started with the city of Pickering, the town of Ajax, and the region of Durham, which is where I lived, everything was at the front. So as soon as you looked in their brochure, this is before websites, that's how old I am. And you looked in the brochure and it was all stats and figures and boring information. Well, when you're trying to sell something to Volkswagen in Germany to ask them to come and put their head office or their factory in Durham region, which is very difficult because you have a big, huge, you have to go on the 401, which is a big, huge parking lot. And so people would prefer to be near the airport than having their people have to drive an hour and a half to get to Durham region from the airport. But anyway, so what I said to them, the strategy was, let's focus on all of the wonderful things that the community has to offer, because when a business decides that they're going to put their head office into your area, they want to know what employees, and they want to be able to get employees, and then what are the employees interested, not only in money and benefits, but they want to know what the lifestyle is like. So we always started with lifestyle. And that's maybe a secret for you when you're talking about, when you're doing your websites or whatever. Keep in mind to sell the sizzle, not the steak. Sell the destination, not the airplane. And so just a little bit about me, as Linda kindly noted, that I have won quite a few accolades and awards. And actually the economic development, I haven't won any of those awards, but my clients put them into their association, which is the Economic Developers Council of Ontario, and the work won awards. So all over Ontario, the work that we did together won the award and was better, much better done, sorry, than anybody else in Ontario.